Shalom, 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 saints of the Most High Yah. This is Pastor Rufus coming to you from the servants of Yah. Got another video here for you. And I got a question I'm going to ask, right? And this is for the spiritual and serious Bible students, those that are actually prayer warriors and actually care. This is who this is for. If you are toxic, or you like drama, or you love to be entertained, this video is not for you, okay? Because this is a very, very serious question, because this has been on my heart and my mind. I've been thinking about this for quite some time now, and I do have an answer. And I do have a tactical method to deal with it. Will I reveal that on the video? Absolutely not. Never let your right hand know what your left hand doing, or vice versa. Or don't even let your enemies know what's coming their way, unless that's just part of your strategy, all right? But my question is, what type of curse or spell is over the men, not brethren, the men, the males that actually live or have lived on the land called Straightway in Lafayette, Tennessee? There's a spell, there is a curse that is over the males specifically, all right? And the reason I understand it and know it is because I've been processing this and pondering this. There's been a ton of men leave that ministry that lived on that land, right? None of them have come forward and made a video publicly about the oppression, the abuse, the lies, the slanders, the intimidation, the fear tactics, the fear mongering. The last real true testimony we have from a man that lived on that land, that came out publicly, that had the heart and the bravery and the guts to come out publicly against Charles Woodrow Dowell, was Eric Phund. And you spell Phund Phund. You can look his testimony up. I got a video about his testimony. It's all over the place now. You can look it up. But that was back in 1999, y'all. 1999, when Eric Phund lived on the land in Tennessee called Straightway, Lafayette, Tennessee. That's 25 years ago, y'all. Now, I've seen plenty of women leave that land. I've seen plenty of women on that land that would love to testify, that if their husbands gave them the voice, gave them the jurisdiction to speak freely, oh, they would testify about everything they see. But what is it about the men when they get on that land? Now, I remember Eric Phund did say in his testimony that the number one thing these cult leaders like R.G. Stair and Dowell and all these people want to do is get you on their community so they can control you. When they get all of your assets, they get all of your belongings, they get all of your finances, they put you in this crippled state to where you really can't do anything. And it's extremely harder the longer you stay there to start over. This man, Eric Phund, only lived on that land, y'all, for 3 months back in 1999. And it took him over 2 years to recover, he said. After 3 months, it took him over 2 years, y'all. What kind of curse and what kind of spell is over the men that live on the land in Lafayette, Tennessee called Straightway, right there on Pumpkintown Lane? What kind of curse, what kind of spell is over the males, the men? Behind the scenes, I have men, males, testifying to the horrific treatment and abuse that they have to deal with, the neglect, the scam that they've been a part of, the verbal abuse in the dining halls, the name calling, the beratement, the decimation of character, the rigorous work hours and workload that they have to do to be a part of that community with no pay, right? I've even talked to brothers that have left already. And all of them, I haven't talked to one brother that left straightway that did not have a powerful testimony that I know for a fact would bless many, many, many people about the things they endured while they lived there straightway. It doesn't matter if they were there 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 20 plus. Doesn't matter. But I start processing and saying, why is it that the men are afraid? Why is it that the men don't see the need? Why is it that the men, to my personal opinion, are selfish and won't testify about this man named Charles Woodrow Dowell? Why is it that everybody that didn't live on that land have to give their testimony about this man? I understand how curses and witchcraft works, y'all. You know, manipulation is a sin of witchcraft, and these men have totally been manipulated. No doubt about it. There's definitely a spell over the men. And it's way more than just being afraid, you guys. It's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. You know, some of you would say, you know, well, you know how it does in the world. They get you and they make you do these certain things, and that's how they keep you quiet. You know, because you're afraid that they're going to put these things out about you if you start to speak. I don't get it. I do. Let me not say that. I'm sorry. I do get it. I want you praying about it. I want you thinking about it. I want you meditating on it and seeking the Father's face and asking him for answers and to reveal to these men that function in fear. They function in doubt. They function in unbelief to a certain degree. I have men right now that live on that land and lived on that land that won't come forward and testify against this man. Everybody already knows how I was gaslighted by Elder Becker. Now, do I love Elder Becker? I do. But I'm not going to get up here and lie for Elder Becker because I love him so much. He gaslighted me. He was the one that told me about all the atrocities taking place to the saints there, to the families, to the daughters of Zion. Hallelujah. Shout out to the Hughes family out there in Texas. Praise y'all. Bless you, my brother. My sisters, my family out there. Bless y'all. Glory to the King. Even the family that's in Tennessee now, in Nashville. Bless you. But he was the one that told me about all this, that got all this going. Where is his testimony? And I know he's going to probably be very upset when he sees or hears about this video, but truth is just truth. There's something spiritual on the wicked side really truly going on over the males, you guys, not the sisters, over the males. There's been plenty of women that want to sing and that have tried to sing. Some have sung, but again, y'all know as well as I do, especially in Israel, a woman's voice is not going to go as far as a man's. When that head takes its rightful place and speaks with power and authority like a head. Think about this, y'all. Brother Robert, that was over there at what they call Straightway, Georgia East. He lived on a community, or lived on a piece of land that was technically owned by Charles Woodrow Dowell Jr. So he was under Charles Woodrow Dowell's tutelage, or not tutelage, under his thumb, right? This is a man that's got a channel with 300 subs. The video, he did one testimony video about how Dowell treated him. Over 6,000 people have watched that thing in a few weeks, y'all. You telling me that the book is a lie? Because the book said we overcome by our testimonies. I've watched and listened to and received communications from so many saints telling me how powerful that man's testimony was. Mind you, he never once lived on the land in straightway. Imagine what he went through and he testified to bravely, because he was a brave man. So imagine what the people that live on that land are going through. Now, this is what I would like, because a lot of folk want this to go away, quit talking about it, this and that. See, you're not the one in bondage. You're not the one enslaved. You're not the one that have served and slaved yourself for over 20 years. And if you just walk away from it, you have nothing to show for it. That land belongs to those saints, not Dowell. They're the ones that built that thing up. They are. They're the ones that went out and worked regular jobs for 40, 50, 60 hours a week, brought back every single dime, and then worked 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 hours a week on that land. Some of them have heart issues. Some of them have hip and knee and the physical issues to where they can't work no more, all because they were driven by a slave master, a taskmaster named Charles Woodrow Dowell. Now, these men love Charles Woodrow Dowell. This is what I would like for them to do, because Dowell is known for this, y'all. Get all the men of Straightway, starting with Elder Becker, because he's the oldest. Get Teacher Shane. Get Deacon Bell. These are your leaders. Get Brother Scott. Get Brother Bud. Get Ariel. Get Israel. Get, did I say Brother Scott? Get Brett, whoever. I can't even remember who all still living there, y'all, because I know so many people done left. Get all the males, 16 and up, and let the world hear how they feel about Charles Dowell. Let's see if they can testify about Charles Dowell's goodness and how they love being in Straightway and they want to be there. Let them testify. Y'all looking for ways to shut me up. That'd be a good way. Get the males up there. Get the men. I'm going to say males right now. Get the males up there and let them testify to how good Charles Dowell is to them. I don't want to see all these people that are guests in the home of the people that live in Straightway. Do you notice all these testimonies? They really only came from people outside of Straightway. You have one brother. His name is Bud. And he is the least spiritual brother on that land. That I can vouch for. No knock against him or anything. It's just a fact. He is the least spiritual brother that they have at Straightway. He is happy if you let him work all day and give him a bottle of honey Jack Daniels. I wonder if Bud, I saw his testimony. I wonder if Bud is still happy with Charles Woodrow Dowell Jr. right now. I wonder if his testimony is the same, because I know the Most High is revealing a whole bunch of stuff every single day, every single week, every single month. More and more and more are being revealed. I tried to tell Dowell to help him out. I did a video earlier today talking about hypocrisy. That's a bone to you, Dowell, to help you out. But I told you, I've been telling you, all these wicked devices that you're trying to come against me with, everything you do is going to turn, and the Most High Yah is just going to expose you. He's about to expose your secrets. I just quoted that from Sirach, the first chapter, verse 29 and 30. Some of y'all may want to go read it. That's exactly what we're dealing with here. But there's a wicked curse. There's a wicked spell over the males that live on the land at Straightway. There's something about it to where they will not come out publicly and testify against this man's evil. And again, Proverbs is very, very clear. When you have a leader that hearkens to lies, All, not some, not many, not a few, but all the servants are wicked. And when you don't speak, and when you don't step up on the side of righteousness, when you're not bold as a lion, your silence means that you confirm. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Not confirm. Consent. There it is. Your silence means you consent to what is going on. It's exactly what it means. Right? Right? Little Becker, I still love you, brother. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from loving you. I don't care that you gaslighted me and threw me in the midst of this fire to fight this battle all by myself. I still love you. Elder Mitchell, I still love you, brother. I still love you. Elder Brent, you know I love you. And the reason I love you is not because you stood for me. I love you because you stood for Yah, brother. You knew as well as I did. There was no guarantee me and you was even going to even be in fellowship. And you didn't care because all you cared about was standing on the side of righteousness. And you voted with your feet. And forever, sir, I will have great honor, great respect for you, for loving Yah enough to stand. You know, Elder Brent would tell people all the time, I can't take back what I've seen behind the curtain. And we got all these males that have either lived on that land or live on that land now that have seen behind that same curtain that Elder Brent refers to. And they won't say a word. They'll say it through other people. Oh, they'll definitely say it behind the scenes, definitely. But standing 10 toes down for Most High Yah, y'all need to really know and understand that this is a spiritual thing. We are not fighting flesh and blood. This fight is not against Charles Woodrow Dowell, the fleshly man. This is, why do you think I did the video I just did the other day, giving you the testimonies, more damaging testimony? Why do you think Brother Nick did the video he did with Malcolm X and the comparisons of Malcolm X and myself and how Malcolm X had to come against the Nation of Islam? Why do y'all think we're doing videos like this? It's to show you the spirit lives on when you do not totally dismantle and destroy an idol. I may have Brother Will. Maybe they recorded that. I'm going to see. Because if they did, I'm asking to post that on somebody's channel, mine or somebody's. That teaching on idols he did recently was very good. Idols and groves. It was very, very good. And I think you know what? I think all of Israel need to see it. If he can't do it, we'll reproduce it and do something different. But you need to do it. You need to see it. Because that's what's going on here. Nobody totally tore down the idol called William Branham. Nobody totally tore down the idol called Jim Jones. Nobody totally tore down the idol called Ralph Gordon Stair, better known as R.G. Stair, the prophet, the last day prophet called by Charles Woodrow Dowell Jr. But I guarantee this, the idol that's been made of Charles Woodrow Dowell Jr., we're going to tear that thing totally down. It's going to be burned. It's going to be dismantled. His sons don't ever have to worry about the spirit that's on their dad going on them. And neither do none of your sons. Because guess what? As long as I got breath in this body, I'm going to vote with my feet on the side of righteousness. I see the manipulation. I see the high levels of witchcraft going on over the males that live on that land. This is why the Most High never let me live on that land. Oh, I see it clearly now. I see it clearly. Now that's something. I got a 20-minute video for one question. I want you praying Israel, real Israel, not these robots that want to go work for free and hold up the hand of a thief. I'm talking about the real Israel that actually cares about your brothers that you've never even met. You never had a conversation with them, but you want them free. And you want the Son himself, the S-O-N, Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ himself, to set them free. That's what you want. So this is a call to all spiritual Israel prayer warriors right now. There is a major curse, a major spell over all the men that have ever lived on that land called Straightway. Think about it. The only brother that has been brave enough throughout 25 years of this, 30 years of this, to testify is one brother, and he only spent 3 months living at Straightway. But the exact same thing he testified about in 1999 is the same stuff going on today. What has happened to the moral compass of the men in Israel? What has happened? I appreciate the prayer warriors that is going to take this video serious. I don't expect this video to get a ton of likes. I don't care if it gets, I ain't doing it for likes anyways. But see, this is the stuff that needs to be out there. People don't want to hear that though. They want to hear me call Dowell names. They want to hear him call me names. But then they also want to complain, when you guys going to stop? You're too old for all of this. When you get old, what does age have to do with spiritual warfare? It's a labor of compassion. It's a labor of love. See, I love well beyond myself and well beyond my family. The Sabbath just went down, just ended. I could be in there enjoying my family. But this is pressing on my heart because I've been thinking about this for days. What is this spell? What is this curse that's over the males that end up living on that land in Straightway that will make them just, that will make them be so afraid that they will not testify? And I mean, some of them are adamant about not testifying, y'all. Like there's nothing in the world that will ever get them to testify. Is it their choice? Yeah. They will answer to the Most High Yah for that too, though. Just like the people that live on the land in Straightway now, they're going to have to answer for this. They're not going to escape this judgment either, because they've been silent while all of this wickedness has gone on for years. My. Love you, saints. I actually didn't even know this video would take this long. I didn't know. It's a beautiful night out here. It's a little chilly, but not, I'm from Indiana originally, so it ain't that bad. I can deal with it. Hallelujah. But I didn't think it'd take this long to ask this question. But I'm 100% serious. And if you put an answer in there that's carnal in mindset or joking or something, that I'm just going to block it. I'm just going to erase it. If you want the entertainment, you want the toxicity and all that, go to your channel and do it. You got the same kind of channel I got if you're on YouTube. Go put it out on your channel and see how many people come support it. This is an extremely serious matter, and we getting into the heat of the battle, y'all. I want to see and know who are the real, true warriors, spiritual warriors. I like that statement from The Art of War that Brother Gideon said. I do. I can't remember it. It was if you win 100 battles, if you win 100 out of 100 battles, it doesn't prove your skill level or something like that. But he said the real true test is when you can win a battle by subduing your enemy without fighting them. Something of that magnitude. Can't y'all see that's what's been going on? I ain't had to fight Pastor Dowell. He wants to fight. He wants to get knuckle dragged all over Tennessee. I ain't had to do it. Oh, he finna be subdued though, because he don't realize he ain't fighting me. He fighting the Most High. He still, through all this time, he still can't see that. Money drying up, no loyalty from none of the people for you, no honor. This is what you say. Everybody's turning on you. Everybody's asking you questions. I heard you in your video. Everybody say they love me. Then comes the questions. The man is just going berserk. He got the shakes now. I heard he got the shakes. You should. Because you're trying everything on the evil side. And the one thing you haven't tried is to repent. And through all of this, Most High still love you and threw you a bone. I threw you a bone with Sirach chapter 1, verse 29 and 30, brother. That's a bone. That's you, Charles Woodrow Dowell. That's you. All these wicked devices you putting together, I told you they would all backfire on you. I told you they would all backfire. Didn't I not tell you that? You don't listen to me, though, because you have made me your enemy. Your real enemy is Yah, because you will not keep his statutes, his precepts, and his commandments. You will not love his people. Then you got the audacity, while you on your 5th or 6th vacation, to put a video out telling people that we got to stick together in love. You don't love anybody, Dow. You abuse the elders in your community by taking all their money. You abuse the widows by taking their money and not taking care of them. You literally got the audacity to tell the people, y'all listen to this. You got the audacity to tell the people that is already given all, that they have to give extra from all. How do you give extra from all, y'all? Give an extra tithe for the widows when you're already given all. Then have the audacity to get up here and tell all of Israel you don't have a responsibility to take care of them from day to day. What was the accusations from the heathens? Wasn't it the daily administrations? Wasn't it the daily administrations for the widows? And you want to tell people you taking care of Sister Karen, you lying pig. She over there in Georgia all by herself. That sister, for all of y'all to know some truth, okay? That sister was in North Carolina with Brother Gideon. And guess what? He never took her money. He never took her money. That sister went from North Carolina to Straightway, Georgia with me and my family and lived over a month. And guess what? I never took her money. None of it. She went from Straightway, Georgia up to what they called at the time Straightway Cleveland in Tennessee with Elder Brent. She was on the community there. She was supposed to give her money to the community head. She tried. And guess what Elder Brent told her? No, sis, keep your money. Hold on for a minute. Because he knew this thing was going to blow up. I think that sister gave a few $1,000s in offerings, right? When she decided, when all this went down and we separated, right? And she decided, well, I'm going to stick with Straightway. I'm going to be there with Straightway. I'm not going to be here at Straightway Cleveland no more. He said, great. And he gave her all the offerings she ever gave. I don't know if it was 4,000, 7,000. He gave her it all back. So Elder Brent never took her money. Then she goes from Straightway, what was called Straightway Cleveland, to Straightway Georgia East with Brother Robert. Brother Robert never took her money. So how can you have Brother Gideon Ranger, Pastor Rufus, Elder Brent, and Brother Robert have this sister on their communities and never take any of her money? She's never once lived at Straightway, y'all. But Dow took her money. Dow took her money and did exactly what he said to Brother Grant. He took her money and he gave her a little bit back. And he took some on the saints, which I don't think was much. And then he took the rest and kept it for himself. Ask Dow to be transparent with y'all about how much of the money he took from Sister Karen. We know Sister Karen had $200,000, y'all. That ain't no chump change. 200,000. She had 250. And Dow told her, go. This is when she was at Elder Brent's. Go buy a truck. Mind you, she had a truck in North Carolina, Elder. Guess what? Gideon had testified. Y'all asked Gideon. She had a truck in North Carolina that was good, that was fine, that she could have went right back there and got. They didn't even have to have it in North Carolina. But Dow, trying to smooth her up, said, go buy you a new truck. So she spent about 50-something grand or something close to it on a truck. She still had $200,000 left when she went to Straightway, Georgia East with Brother Robert. He didn't take a dime of her money. Dow made her, instead of him giving Robert money for his land in his community, he said, Karen will give it to you now. And I think she might have gave him $500 a couple times. But as for taking any of her money, Robert never took any of her money. Now, mind y'all, he taking care of the widows, right? He's taking care of the widows. Sister Karen's husband died. When her husband was sick, Elder Brent asked her these questions. When your husband was sick, did Dowell ever call you? She said, nope. Never heard once from Dowell. Me and my husband never had a conversation with Pastor Dowell. He said, when your husband died, Sister Karen, did Pastor Dowell call you and console you? Did he send his condolences? Did he come do the eulogy? She said, no, we have never had a conversation with Pastor Dowell. The first time Karen heard from Pastor Dowell is when he knew he was putting me out the ministry and this thing was finna fold, and Elder Brent followed right behind me, and he knew that straightway Cleveland was gonna fold, and Karen was there, and he knew Karen still had that money. Then he called Karen. Now, mind you, think about it, y'all. All those other saints there. All those other saints are living on that land. 2 other single sisters, Brother Demetrius's family. It was other saints living there, y'all. He didn't call any of them because they had no money. The only saint he called was Sister Karen. And he's the only one that took her money. How is he taking care of the widows, y'all? How is he taking care of them? And some of y'all are foolish enough to believe when he gets on here on these cameras and tell y'all he is. Zakina's husband died a while ago. Ray died a while ago. He gets on here in the video and literally bashes Ray and Brother Derek. You ain't fool nobody. We heard the negative stuff you were saying about Ray and Brother Derek. I ain't trying to bash these men. Yes, you are. Because what you're trying to tell the people is because you thought they men's were pieces of crap or doing evil things that cost them their life, that it don't warrant you taking care of them day to day, their wives. So you stuck Sister Melina, and I saw a little fake testimony in the comment section. Dowell ain't done nothing for you, sis. I don't know why you getting up here lying. Brother McNabb has done for you. Brother McNabb took you into his home. Brother McNabb wanted to marry you. I know that. I ain't finna go there. I know that whole story. Just messy. Everything with Dowell is messy, y'all. This woman with her children are under Brother McNabb. But Dowell's taking care of her. Sister Zakina's still living on her own. But Dowell is taking care of her. Man, y'all better open your eyes and see the curses that is on this land called Straightway that's in Lafayette, Tennessee, on Pumpkin Town Lane. If you a man and you live on that land, you are cursed. And you are under a wicked spell. I want to see which man is going to be a spiritual-minded man and stand for Yah and not for this idol called Charles Woodrow Dowell.